Good day, grade 8. I am going to discuss to you forms of the equation of a line and graphs of linear equations in two variables. So our learning competency here is the learner must be able to write the linear equation ax plus by equals c into the form y equals mx plus b and vice versa. Then another is the learner must be able to graph a linear equation given any 2 points, x-intercept and y-intercept, the slope and a point on a line, and the slope and a y-intercept, and describe the graph of a linear equation in terms of its intercepts and slope. Okay. So what do you need to understand here? So our topic 1 is forms of the equation of a line. So we have here a linear equation in two variables can be written in two forms. We have the standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. That is our standard form where a, b, and c are elements or belongs to the set of real number, and a must not be equal to 0 and b must not be equal to 0. Okay, here are examples of standard form of linear equations. So we have here 3x plus 5y equals 7. This is an example of general or standard form of linear equation. Another example is x plus 6y equals 0. That's another example of standard form of linear equation. Another, we have x plus y equals 1. Here, this is also an example of linear equation, which is in standard form. Another, we have here the slope-intercept form. So the slope-intercept form is written in the form of y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay. Next. So here are examples of slope-intercept form. We have y equals 3x plus 5. Another example, y is equal to 7x minus 1. And y equals negative 3x. From the example, from the given definition, we have here m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So we have here, this is your slope and the y-intercept. Slope, this one, 7, and y-intercept. Another, we have slope. This is your slope, but you don't have y-intercept. Okay. So here are some of the illustrative examples. So we have number 1. Given 3x minus 4y equals 7. Solve for y in terms of x. So we're going to solve for y in terms of x. So we have here 3x minus 4y equals 7. So for us to eliminate 3x here, we will subtract, or we will use the addition rather. We will use addition property of equality. Then we are going to add the opposite of positive 3x, which is negative 3x, both sides. And that will make 0 here. So this one is cancelled out already because that is 0. So what is left here is negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 7. So since we have here negative, we need to eliminate negative 4 here and y para maiwan ang y. So what will you do is we're going to multiply by its multiplicative inverse. So the multiplicative inverse of negative 4 is negative 1/4. So we're going to multiply it both sides. So therefore, negative 1/4 times 4, that is 1. Because 1 times negative 4 is negative 4, then over negative 4, then divided, okay, negative 4 divided by negative 4, that is 1. So, ang naiwan na lang is only 1y. Then we have also multiplying negative 1/4 on the other side. That will become negative times negative will become positive 3x over, this is understood na may 1. So, 4 times 1 is 4x. Another, negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. 4 times over 1 here, understood may 1 dyan. So, times 1 is just 4. So, you have now the slope-intercept form. Simplifying, so we have the slope-intercept form. By the way, here, the negative 1/4, that is using the multiplication property of equality. So that's it. Next, we have illustrative example number 2. That is rewrite the equation 2x plus y equals negative 9 into the form mx plus b, which is the slope-intercept form. Okay, so this is the standard form, and you're going to rewrite it in this way. Then you are asked to determine its slope m and y-intercept b. So how are you going to do that? So again, the given is this one. That is our given. So for us to eliminate 2x, we are going to use again addition property of equality both sides. And that is adding the opposite of positive 2x, which is negative 2x. So adding both sides by negative 2x, okay, this one becomes already 0. So what is left now is just y equals negative 2x minus 9. So we cannot combine the two because they are of dissimilar term. So therefore from here, since you already write the given in the form of y equals to mx plus b, therefore your m is your negative 2 and your y-intercept or the b is negative 9. You have to consider the signs. Okay, number 3, or illustrative example number 3. We write the equation. Okay, the given now is in slope-intercept form. Okay, then you're going to rewrite that in standard form. So, and then you are asked here to determine the values of a, b, and c. So how are you going to do that? Next, so our given is y equals 1/2 x plus 8. So for you to eliminate the denominator, whatever is the denominator here, you have to multiply it both sides, whatever is the denominator. Since our denominator here is 2, so you have to multiply the expression by 2 both sides. Okay, so we have here multiplied by 2, multiplied by 2. So this will become now 2y, and 2 times 1 is 2, over 2, that will become 1x, and 2 times 8 is 16. Then, simplifying, so we have this one. Using the addition property of equality, we're going to subtract, or add, by the way, add both sides by negative x, which is the opposite of positive x. So, adding negative x both sides, okay, both sides, para matanggal ito dito. Okay, para matanggal yan, magiging 0 yan. So, ang naiwan na ngayon is negative x plus 2y equals 16 because this is already 0. So, the purpose there is para so that you can put the x on the other side, because it should be in this way. dapat mauna ang term with x plus yung term with y, then equals the constant. So therefore, this is now simplifying. So we have now this one. So since our x is negative, we can make it positive by multiplying both sides by -1. So multiplying both sides -1, that will become positive x minus 2y -16. So therefore, the value of a is 1, the value of b is -2, and the value of c is -16. Okay, that's it. Then, by the way, we have a note here. The value of a in standard form of the equation must be always positive. That's why we need to multiply this one by -1 so that it will make the value of a here positive, because the value of a in standard form of equation must be positive. Okay, that's why. Okay, so here, in your activity, this is the given, then you are going to rewrite this, okay, supplying the term to complete the solution. Okay, so supplying. So you're going to write the following equation into the indicated form by supplying the missing term to complete the solution. So what are you going to add here so that this will become 0 and we'll just left 4? I mean, para maiwan lang ang 4. So, ano dapat ang i-add dyan sa blank para maging 0 itong dalawa, so that you can cancel this 2. Para ang maiiwan na lang is only 4. See, okay, if you add here, dapat meron din yan sa kabila. Right? That's from the solution. Next, from the example rather. Slope-intercept form. Ito, standard form. Making it in standard form or rewriting it in standard form. But this one is a standard form, and then you're going to write it in slope-intercept form. So, what do you need to add here so that it will become 0, so that maiwan na lang dito ang y. So, yun lang yun. Next, number 3. Okay, since we have a denominator of 2, what should be here in this blank? Okay, what should be here in the blank from our given? Ano kaya dito? Bakit tayo nag-multiply ng 2 both sides? Okay, ano kaya dito? And then, here, from here, para matanggal itong x dito, dapat ma-cancel out yan dalawa. So, what will you add here? Ano kaya ang dapat ilalagay dyan para maging 0 yan silang dalawa? So that ang may iwan is only 6. Then, since negative dito, okay, so you have to multiply negative both sides. So, we have -1 times 6. Ano kaya ang answer dyan? Okay, so the same process here. So, we need to rewrite this in slope-intercept form. So, ano kaya? What should be here? What are you going to write here? So that this will become 0. Para ang maiiwan na lang is -7y. If you add here, it should be on the other side also. Meron din yan sa other side. Okay. So, kung 0 na yan, ang maiiwan ito na lang, ano kaya dito? Plus 2. Since negative ang 7, you need to make it positive. So, that's why we multiply -1/7 both sides. Okay. But then, simplifying, ano kaya ang answer dyan? Okay, so just look at the examples above and you will know the answer. So here are the key points rather. Things that you are going to remember: that a linear equation in two variables can be written in two forms: the standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, and the slope-intercept form, y equals to mx plus b. We have also the properties of equality are used in rewriting linear equation from the standard form to slope-intercept form and vice versa. So that's it. So you have the assessment there. You are going to circle if the linear equation in two variables is written in standard form. Okay, so you have to circle if the standard equation is written in standard form, but you have to underline if it is written in slope-intercept form. So you have to encircle and underline po. And cross out if neither in standard nor slope-intercept form. Pag hindi siya standard form or hindi rin slope-intercept form, you have to cross out. Okay, so yun ang assessment 2. Assessment 1 yun kanina, sorry. Assessment 2, match the given linear equation in standard form to its equivalent slope-intercept form by connecting the star and the heart. Etong star dapat dito yan. By connecting the star and the heart shaped by a straight line. Like for example, dito. Ano kaya ang slope-intercept form of this one? Is it ito? Is it this one? Is it this one? Or this one? You just connect. Okay. And make a straight line. So that's for assessment 2. For assessment 3, do the following activities carefully. Rewrite the following equation in standard form and identify the values of A, B, and C. So this is in slope-intercept form. Then you are going to rewrite this in standard form. May example yan tayo sa taas kanina. So you just back read. Ito rin, this is slope-intercept form. Then you are going to write it in standard form. Okay, so may example yan kanina sa illustrative example. Rewrite the following equation in slope-intercept form and identify the values of M and B, or the slope and the y-intercept. Okay? Meron din tayo example kanina. So, you just back read. Meron yan doon. Examples and steps on how to rewrite the standard form into slope-intercept form. Okay, so that's all for topic 1. Our topic 2 is graph of linear equations into variables. So, a linear equation can be described by its graph. Graphing linear equations can be done using any of the 4 methods. Number 1, using any 2 points. Okay? So, graphing linear equation can be done using any of the 4 methods. Number 1 method is using 2 points. Okay, so using 2 points, you can now graph, or you can now graph the equation. Then another, we have the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Okay, so the x-intercept here and the y-intercept there. Okay, then connect the two, then that's your graph. Another, number 3, using the slope and the y-intercept. You can also graph the equation using slope only and the y-intercept. Okay, another, and the last one is using slope and a point, or using slope and 1 point. Okay, going back. So we'll start with number 1, using any 2 points. To graph the equation y equals 3x plus 1 using this method, we may assign any 2 values of x, say 0 and 1. You can assign any number for the values of x. Here in the example, they assign x which is equal 0 and 1. So when your x, from the equation, by the way, our equation is y equals 3x plus 1. And your x is 0. So just 3 times 0 plus 1. 3 times 0 is equal 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So therefore, you have now an ordered pair. When x is 0, your y is 1. Another, when x is 1. When x is 1, just multiply 3 times 1 plus 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So therefore, when x is 1, your y is 4. So just plot the 2 points. Plotting the 2 points, we have when x is 0, 1. When x is 1, 4. Then connect the 2 points. Then that is now the graph of the equation y equals 3x plus 1. Number 2. So you can just assign any number here. You can let 3 and 4. You can let any number to be the value of x. Just choose 2 values for x. And then, using x-intercept and the y-intercept. To graph the equation, okay, y equals 3x plus 1 using this method, we need to solve for x-intercept by letting y equal 0 and y-intercept by letting x to be 0. Okay, here. To solve for the y-intercept, okay, to solve for the y-intercept, by the way, dito muna tayo. To solve for x-intercept, okay, dito muna tayo, x-intercept, you have to let y be equal to 0. Okay. So, ito yung y-intercept. Saan na yan? Oh. This is your x-intercept by letting y rather to be 0. And this is your y-intercept. Okay. To solve for y-intercept, again, to solve for y-intercept, you have to let x be equal to 0. So, replace mo lang ang x by 0. And 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. So, therefore, your y-intercept is 1. So, nasa 1. Okay. How about your x-intercept? Your x-intercept, you always you're going to assign y equals to 0. So let y be equal to 0 to solve for the x-intercept. So let y be 0. So from the equation, okay, your y is 0 and equals 3x plus 1. So your y is 0. Then, transposing or using the addition property, so we will add both sides by -1. So this will become 3x equals -1. Therefore, dividing both sides or multiplying both sides using multiplicative inverse, okay, multiplicative property for this one, okay, multiplication property of equality. So, multiplying by 1/3 both sides, so times 1/3 times 1/3. So, this will become -1/3. This is 1x or just x. So, therefore, your x-intercept is -1/3. So, saan ang -1/3? I-divide nyo lang from 0 to 1, i-divide nyo lang into 3 parts. And yung first part dyan is your -1/3. So, dito ang -1/3, dito ang x-intercept, dito ang y-intercept. I-connect nyo lang, then that's the graph of the equation y equals to 3x plus 1. Okay. So, again, thus, the x-intercept A is -1/3, while the y-intercept B is +1. So, you can now plot the x and y-intercept, then connect them. directly. Okay, number 3, using slope and y-intercept. To graph the equation using the slope, okay, so to graph the equation y equals 3x plus 1 using this method, we need to identify the values of the slope m and the y-intercept b. So in this case, the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is 2. So this is already in slope-intercept form. This is already in the form of y equals mx plus b. So since beside your x is your m, therefore your slope is 3. And your y-intercept is positive 1. That y-intercept can directly plot on the y-axis at positive 1. That is your y-intercept. Okay? Since our slope is rise over run, so this you can write this as 3 over 1. This is 3 understood naman 1. So this is rise over run. So meaning from the point, you will go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. You will run by 1 to the right and make a point there. Okay, so rise over run. Our slope is 3, understood naman 1. So meaning this is rise over run. So meaning from the y-intercept, you will rise 1, 2, 3. You will go up because the slope is positive. That's why we have to go up. Then run by 1. Always run to the right. Okay. And that's the point. Then connect. Then that is your graph of the equation using slope and the y-intercept. Okay, plot the y-intercept, then use the slope to find the other point. So that's it. Know that the slope 3 means rise 3 and run 1. Okay, that's what we are talking earlier. Okay, next one. To graph the equation y, okay, using slope and 1 point, y equals 3x plus 1, using this method, we can use slope, which is 3, and may assign value, any value for x, say negative 1. So since we're going to use slope, meron naman kayong slope which is positive 3, so you don't need to find the slope, but you have to find 1 point. So you have to assign any value for x, but here they assign x, which is negative 1. So let's say when your x is negative 1, so therefore 3 times negative 1 will give you negative 3 plus 1. Negative 3 plus 1 is equals negative 2. Therefore, it follows that you have an ordered pair. When x is negative 1, your y is negative 2. So you have now a slope and a point. So plot the point first. Okay, negative 1, negative 2. So where's your negative 1? So this is your 0. Negative 1 is here. Your negative 2 is down. So there. So this is the point, negative 1, negative 2. Ito yon. So from there, again, you will rise 1, 2, 3. So rise, then run by 1 because our slope is 3. Okay, then that is rise over run, understood naman 1 sa denominator, and that is the point. Then graph or connect the points, and that is now your graph. Okay, so that's it. So in addition, without graphing, we can describe the graph of a linear equation in terms of its intercepts and slope. So if this is the line from left to right going up, therefore the slope is positive and the trend is increasing. But if your line from left to right is going down, therefore the slope is negative and the trend of the graph is decreasing. But if the line is a horizontal line, therefore your slope is 0 and the trend is neither increasing nor decreasing. And if it is vertical, therefore you cannot find the slope that is undefined, and you cannot say the trend is also undefined. Next, intercepts are also properties of the graph of a linear equation that can be described its behavior. Okay, positive y-intercept and positive x-intercept. If you have positive y-intercept and a positive x-intercept, therefore, the slope is negative and the trend is decreasing. So, meaning yan. Positive ang y-intercept, positive din ang x-intercept. Therefore, the graph is decreasing and the slope is negative. Another, we have here, if you have positive intercept, y-intercept, and a negative x-intercept, therefore, the slope is positive, and you can say the trend is, or the graph is increasing. Another, if you have negative x-intercept, and negative y-intercept, negative x-intercept and negative y-intercept, your slope is also negative, and the graph is decreasing, or the trend of the graph. Next, if you have x-intercept positive x-intercept and negative y-intercept, the slope is positive and the graph, or the trend of the graph, is increasing. Another, if you have 0 y-intercept, okay, 0 y-intercept and 0, dapat dito yan sa gitna, either positive or negative x-intercept. Okay, so dapat dito yan sa gitna. And you have positive or negative in ito, dalawa. It's either kung negative man or positive man ang x-intercept mo, but still, your slope is 0. And the trend is neither increasing nor decreasing. Next one, if you have 0 x-intercept, then either positive ang y-intercept or negative ang y-intercept. Okay, pag 0 yung x-intercept, then neither kung positive man ang y-intercept or negative man ang y-intercept, still your slope is undefined and you cannot say the trend of the graph. Okay, here, so the examples without graphing describe the line graph given the following x-intercept. Okay, so from here, number 1, using the table here. So since the x-intercept is positive and the y-intercept is positive also, therefore, the graph is decreasing. Pag ganyan kasi positive siya, positive din dito, then going down. So, the trend of the graph is decreasing. But if you have, number 2, your x-intercept is 0 and y-intercept is negative, the last one, it says, on the last part here, it says 0, even positive or negative, therefore the slope is undefined. So, meron ka dyan, dito, you can say that the graph is not defined. Next, number 3, your x-intercept is negative and your y-intercept is 0. Therefore, the graph is neither increasing nor decreasing. Okay, next. the x-intercept is positive and the y-intercept is negative. Okay, positive ang x, negative ang y. Therefore, the graph is increasing. So that is describing using the table. Just look at the table. Okay, here you are going to answer the following activities carefully. So the equation is 4x, y equals 4x minus 1 using the indicated points. Using the indicated method, So using 2 points. So you have to assign 2 values of x para for you to solve for the 2 points, for you to get the 2 points here. So here, using x and y intercept, you just let x0 and yx0. Here, using slope and the y-intercept, this is already given. Nandyan na ang slope, nandyan na ang y-intercept. You just graph. Then, using slope and a point. So, dito, you have to assign one value of x muna to get the point, and then gamitin yung point and the slope to graph. Then, so may example yan dito sa bawat isa nito, each of this may example sa taas. Yung kanina. Okay? So, without graphing, describe the slope and trend of the line given the following. So, you just, okay, given the slope, okay, so sabihin nyo lang kung positive ba, negative ba ang slope, kung ano ba ang slope dito, and then you just tell the trend. If it is increasing, decreasing, neither ba, neither decreasing, undefined ba. So, ganun lang ang trend. Okay, here. So, the key points here to remember, graphing linear equation to variables can be done using 2 points. The x and y intercept, it can be slope and y-intercept, and the slope and a point. Okay. So, there are 4, again, using 2 points. Graphing linear equation into variables can be done using 2 points. Pwede rin x and y-intercept. Pwede through slope and y-intercept. And pwede slope and a point. The graph of linear equations are also characterized by its slopes and intercepts. Okay. So, your assessment here is you are going to graph each of the following equation using any of the 4 methods. So, it's up to you now what method you are going to use to graph. Okay. So, it's either you will use 2 points, you will use slope and y-intercept. So, either of the 4. Okay, next. Assessment 2. Without graphing, describe the slope and trend of the line by completing the table. So, sa slope, ilagay nyo lang ang slope kung positive ba or negative ang slope. Okay. And then, ang trend, if it is increasing or decreasing, undefined ba or neither. Okay. Neither decreasing nor increasing. Okay. So, the same process here. Okay. The same process. So, put a check mark in the box that describes the slope and trend of a linear equation with given x and y-intercept. Okay, so, ito ang x-intercept, this is your y-intercept. Lagyan nyo lang ng check kung positive ba ang x-intercept, positive din ang y-intercept, ano ba? Ang positive ba ang slope or negative ang slope? 0 or undefined. Ganun lang. Okay. That's it. Easy lang. So, you just put a mark. Lagyan nyo lang ng mark. Negative ang slope, x-intercept, negative din ang y-intercept. Ano kaya? Increasing ba siya or decreasing ba? Neither ba or undefined. So, isa lang ang check. It's whether dito, kung ito ang answer, ito lang ang check. Dito naman, kung ito ang answer, ito lang ang check. So, lagyan nyo lang ng check. That's it. That's all for today. Have a great day ahead. I hope you will learn something from here. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all. Thank you so much for watching.